What's up, guys? Gershon here from Black Geek Cool. Yes, I'm well behind my reviews on Lovecraft Country, but I am going to be doing a review all this week of every episode so far. So all this week I'm going to be posting them up. So look forward to those. Secondly, I do not know this book per se. I shouldn't say per se. I don't know this book at all. So everything is new to me, but it's interesting. Let's just say that. But let's get into this review. This is not going to be a recap necessarily. It's going to be things I like, things I thought interesting, and things I'm going to be looking forward to in the next episode or about this show. First off, the opening, crazy. Just immediately throws you right into the world. Doesn't hold back. Let you know a lot of what's going on in this world to an extent, and gets you ready for magical, crazy creatures in all the latter. Awesome. I also love the way that the story tells a different story under that. Like, yes, there's monsters, but yes, there's still racism. And racism has always been in the world. Let's not act like it hasn't. And it's a monster in itself. And it's almost a character in itself to have people talking about it and dealing with it. It's another way HBO is also teaching people about its own history and history of other people that they've never known before. Like, HBO is doing a lot better than most elementary schools, so let's be honest. But let's talk about some of the characters. You have Tick. I forgot his full name. You have Leti. You have George. And that's who you really have this episode. You also have George's wife, Hippolyta. I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong and butchering that. So, just quick synopsis. Tick is coming back to Chicago because he heard his dad is in trouble, so he's coming back. His dad wrote him or something and said he was in trouble, so he's coming back to help his dad. And now he's on this quest to help his dad. Tick was in like Florida, I believe. He got out the army, went to Florida, didn't go back to Chicago. Him and his dad have a rocky relationship. His mother is gone. I know this is a terrible review, but I'm just talking about things I like. But I like that I'm the actor playing Tick. He's okay to me. I've seen him in a couple of things, but he does a pretty good job in this. I'm not gonna lie. The actress playing Leti, who is Tick's like old school friend, classmate back in the day. She is kind of a wanderer. She's been going town to town. She kind of mooches off of her sister Ruby. They're half sisters. I guess that's important because they mention it a lot of times. So she's just trying to find her place in the world, trying to do what she can. But everybody's really good in this acting wise. George, Tick's uncle, he is a what did they call it? A guide? I forgot what it called, because I didn't even know this 100%. He writes a guidebook for black people to know what spots are safe. So he goes out in the world, drives cross country, and just makes sure he finds spots that are safe for black people to go, eat, sleep, where they won't get hurt. Mind you, this is the 1960s, I believe, 1950s, somewhere in that era. And, not the best time for people that are not white. Let's just say that. But yeah, he does that with his wife. His wife stays at home. He goes. She wants to go with him, but he's like, look, babe, it's crazy out here. They're trying to kill people. And we find Tick talking to his uncle, trying to figure out what happened to his dad. And they end up having to take a trip to Montrose, I think it's called. Why did you think that's his dad's name? Yes, that's his dad's name. Montrose. I did like this story. But they end up taking a trip with Leti to try to find his dad. and I think it's called the Green Books. Yeah, that's what the black guide of cross country is called, Green Books. I could be wrong about that too, but they end up going to this town. They find out it's a sundown town, which that means, which is the title of the first episode, Sundown, is a town where black people can't be caught or shouldn't be caught there after sundown, or they will most likely be murdered. Yeah, I said it. So they're in this town. They realize that they're in that kind of town. The sheriff stops them and is like, "Hey, why y'all here? Blah blah this." He says, "Hey, you need to get out of my town." And like, "All right, we're going." And that's when we get one of the most dramatic, amazing, slow chases in history, but it's done so good. The tension is so strong with this. The sheriff is right behind them, trying to get them to do something illegal so he can pull them over again. And they have to go under the speed limit, but they also have to get across the state line to get out of that town before sunset is. And I'm not going to spoil it for you, how it ends. Well, I probably am going to spoil it for you. Just a reminder, this is all going to be spoiled. If you haven't seen the episode, go watch it, come back and listen to this. So they end up making across state line, but of course the sheriff has other sheriffs from that other state there to stop him. They end up taking him into the woods, about to kill him, and then all hell breaks loose with these vampire dog-like creatures just murdering all the sheriffs. And they end up running into a cabin, trying to stay safe. The sheriff gets his head bit off, and then eventually he gets bit, and then eventually turns into one of those monsters. They realize that it's vampire. Uncle George realizes it's vampires. They use a light, and they stop them from killing them and surviving through the night, and they end up walking to Lovecraft Country. I think that's what the place is called. And when they knock on the door, they meet, I believe his name is William, and he's like, "Hey, we've been expecting you." And that is the end of episode 1. Like I said, really good, really tense. Characters are really interesting and really want to know what's going on in this world. But that's my quick review of Lovecraft Country episode 1, Sundown. Hit me up in the comments or hit me up at Blackie Cool. What do you think about the episode? And if you liked it, if you can, also hit the like button. If you're watching this on YouTube or if you're listening to this on the podcast, go ahead and hit 5 stars. That's greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.